Hey guys, Calina here of, I'm looking at the wrong place, Calina here of StoryRetold. And when a team of people are all working on the same project together, I've seen how easily the team can lose communication, lose order of sequence, get unorganized, and just get confused and behind on a project. So I've worked on several team projects in my professional history, and I have found that the best way for all of the members to be successful is for clear communication and understanding the learning process is this kind of structure. So let's say there is a team working on launching a video to their social media channel. Popular. Let's say Emily. I'm just throwing that name out there. Emily is the video editor. She's working on the core edits to the video. Now let's say Gary is the one who's a graphics specialist. Gary's working on the graphics that are going to go into the video. And he's also going to make the graphics for social media to announce the video when it goes live. Lisa's the marketing person. Lisa's writing the video description, the social media copy, creating SEO content, keywords, tags, you name it. That's her specialty. Now, everyone on this team plays an integral part and are working together on all these elements to get them done in a timely fashion. So, everyone's got something the other person needs. So what do we do first? Whoever the team lead is would be wise to set a priority list for each member so that the items that need to be done first and sent off to the next person will get done first, and then everyone can keep working at the same time. Let's take a look at a terrible scenario for a poorly made priority list. Lisa started work on the SEO and tagging list first. That doesn't really affect Emily or Gary's work, so she's spending time on something, and the other members are waiting for certain parts of the project to move forward with. Meanwhile, Gary doesn't have any copy to add to his graphics, and Emily is still waiting for Gary's work to be added to the video. We have just stretched out the timeline of the video launch by however long it takes Lisa to finish her SEO and tagging and write the copy, because Emily and Gary need the copy in order to move on with their part of the project. A better scenario of a well-organized priority list would be something like this. Phase 1. Lisa writes the copy needed for Gary's graphics. Gary, in the meantime, he's working on the artistic side of the graphics. Emily, she's working on the core edits for the graphics, or for the video. Phase 2. Everyone finishes that part of their project. The team works with their new content from their teammates and then implements that into the next step of the process. And then they can deliver the next part, and so on until everyone's got a complete part of their project done. The priority list usually is like asking what comes first, the chicken or the egg. What is needed for the next step of the process to take place? Lisa cannot add copy to a video upload that doesn't exist yet, so we need the video. Because Emily is still waiting on graphics from Gary, and Gary is still waiting on copy from Lisa. It's just this whole circle of waiting. So take a look at what needs to be done in the entire list of things to do, and then order them however it works best for your team. This leads me to the next big part of team projects, and that's the communication. Team members should communicate their needs as early as possible to the team leads. The team lead can take that need and add it to a higher list on the priority for that individual who has to work on it. Having a team lead project manage really helps with streamlined communication. That lead can take responsibility on assigning tasks in the priority order and also receive the files to review and approve them, not bothering the other team members who don't really need to be bothered with stuff that doesn't affect them until that part of the project is done and they can work with it. Emily might not care if Lisa has a typo in her copy. She just needs the copy to put into her video. So the team lead should work with Lisa on editing the copy. Also, by having this setup where the team lead reviews and approves stuff, and the team lead being the one to help move people along and help them over speed bumps and hurdles and stuff, working throughout issues, that helps free up time, like on Gary's behalf, from wasting extra time on the project. While there is a great time and place for group discussions, such as the brainstorming process at the beginning of a project, we don't need to have, or maybe your team doesn't need to have, a group discussion at every instance that something new comes up or a new idea comes up, especially once the project is underway. Emily's specialty might be in video editing, and she might have an idea for how Lisa writes the copy presented on social media. But that needs to be discussed with the team lead. If the team lead seems it is viable, a nice viable change, and is a much better idea than what was planned, then okay, team lead can rearrange plans, timing, and assign Lisa this new task. Otherwise, if they talked about this in a group setting, Gary is interrupted from his project, and Gary doesn't need to be involved. The last thing you want is wasting your team's time. See, he's over there. Also, if Emily doesn't know who is approving the copy, who is she supposed to listen to, Gary or Lisa? Is Gary sending her placeholder copy? She might not know. If she knows that the final copy is approved by the team lead and is receiving the copy from the team lead, she knows she can move forward confidently. Tips for the team. Have a team lead who assigns projects, prioritizing them in the order with individual items for each member. Team members should communicate their needs to the team lead as soon as possible, or as soon as they come up. Save group discussions for the beginning of the project, not when the project is underway. Make sure the team lead is clear about the tasks for each individual assigned. I could dive into so much more, but this is a general start for discussion in setting up a team for success. While I haven't touched on every aspect of the team success, let me know what is important for you and your team. Comment below, and I will see you in the next video.